Broadcasting live from the Jersey Shore, it's Coach Kev on the Damage 365 Radio Network.
Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of Damage 365 Radio. This is episode number 41. Welcome to the show. I'm your host, Coach Kev. I'm riding solo today as I think Nick got caught in a little inaugural opening NFL football traffic on his way back. So I don't think he'll be joining us today. So get home safe, Nick, and as always, the show will carry on. We have a great show in store for you. As always, we will have round number 4 results of the Intercontinental Championship Tournament. We'll have some birthday shout-outs out there. We'll have Women's Champion Aja Perera on the show today. She will join us a little bit around the 6:25 time. We will review and go over some of where Damage 365 Radio is going to be in the next 30 days or so. We have a couple of great events coming up, and also speaking about great, we want to say congratulations on the debut show of Real Sports Talk with Kenny Klusker that debuted today at 5 p.m. If you did not get to hear it today, I would say after this show, tune in to the archive show. Go to Spreaker.com/realsportstalk_KK or visit them on Facebook.com/realsportskk and check them out. He had a little bit of a rant earlier, and rightfully so, and a good inaugural show for Kenny this week. And next week on his show, he will be joined by actor and author Dwyer Brown, who was on Damage 365 earlier last year. As many of you know, he played the father in the blockbuster baseball hit Field of Dreams. He played the father of Kevin Costner. He is also an author of the book If You Build It, and he is on a book road tour in his RV with his family. He could be visiting a town near you. You never know. So tune in next week with Real Sports Talk with Kenny, and Dwyer Brown will join him, and best of luck to Kenny, and awesome inaugural show for him, and we're not resting on loins, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to be adding more and more shows to the Damage 365 Radio Network. I am in talks with someone who wants to do a show specifically about music, so I'm looking forward to that sit down. But without further ado, let's get this party started. So sit back, relax, maybe put that NFL game on mute. Give me 45 minutes of your time, and let's get this party started with some shout-outs. It's shout-out time, ladies and gentlemen, and we only have one birthday in the house this week, but that birthday is a very special birthday. Shout-out goes to Damage alum and Damage Hall of Famer, Denise Harbeck. Happy birthday to Denise, and happy birthday to anybody else that might be sharing their birthday with Damage 365 Radio this past week, and of course, happy NFL Sunday as everybody's out there enjoying their football. Week number 1, stocking up on pizza and wings and everything that's greasy for this NFL Sunday. That music means it is time to reveal the results of our Intercontinental Championship Tournament. Round number 4 gets down to the nitty-gritty here, the Elite 8. will be announced right now. It was Chris Jericho knocking off Shawn Michaels and advancing to round number 5. It was William Regal knocking off Kofi Kingston, and he advances. So in round number 5, Chris Jericho takes on William Regal. In the next bracket, it was Ravishing Rick Rude knocking off Rob Van Dam. And it was the Honky Tonk Man knocking off Edge. So the longest reigning Intercontinental Champion of all time, the Honky Tonk Man, will take on Ravishing Rick Rude in round number 5. Our defending champion, the Macho Man, Randy Savage, defeats the man he defeated in the finals last year, CM Punk. So Punk is out. Owen Hart defeated Jeff Jarrett, setting up the Macho Man Randy Savage versus Owen Hart in round number 5. In the bottom bracket, it was Bret the Hitman Hart defeating that Canadian guy. And it was Greg the Hammer Valentine defeating Tito Santana, setting up Greg the Hammer Valentine versus Bret the Hitman Hart in round number 5. So there you have it. Let's recap it from bottom to top. Greg the Hammer Valentine will take on Bret the Hitman Hart. It will be Owen Hart versus the Macho Man Randy Savage. The Honky Tonk Man will take on Ravishing Rick Rude. And William Regal battles it with Chris Jericho in round number 5, ladies and gentlemen. Stay tuned for next week as we reveal the round number 5 results. And basically, it's just the final 4 of this Intercontinental Championship tournament. Will Macho Man Randy Savage advance to the final 4? Will the longest reigning Intercontinental Champion of all time, the Honky Tonk Man, advance to round number 4? Will the 7-time Chris Jericho advance to round number 5? Or will it be a surprise? Maybe the King of Hearts, Owen Hart. Maybe Sir William Regal. Or maybe the veteran, the crafty veteran, one of the founding Intercontinental Champions, Greg the Hammer Valentine. Who knows? I mean, you never know. It could be somebody very sneaky gets in there. One of the underrated Intercontinental Champions like Ravishing Rick Rude. You never know who's going to be. But I'm interested to know who do you think will be the final 4. So send us a tweet at Damage Athletics or shoot over to our Facebook page, facebook.com/Damage365. Let us know who you think will be in the final 4. I know a couple guys that listen to our show. They love our tournaments. The Down Boys, Steve and Anthony. Guys, shoot me over a message, man. Let me know who you think will be the final 4 of the Intercontinental Championship. Because I know I can see like Steve. Steve looks like a Rick Rude guy. I can totally see him. Anthony. Anthony is either a Owen Hart or a Randy Savage guy. So let's see who they pick for the final 4. Twitter at Damage Athletics. Facebook at facebook.com/Damage365. Streaming live always during shows on Skype. Damage365 Radio. DamageAthletics.com is where you can find everything Damage Athletics and Damage365 Radio. I don't know. It's just a great tournament, so looking forward to it. I like this kind of tournament because it was basically every Intercontinental Champion that ever strapped on that belt was in this tournament, so it's very realistic. But speaking about realistic, the expectations of this coming season of Jersey Championship Wrestling is going to be ridiculous. I mean, between the J Cup, and that takes place on November 14th, all the announced things that are going on with Jersey Championship Wrestling, from 3D to another visit from Matt Stryker, Brian Myers, formerly known as Kurt Hawkins. It's just one star after another, after another, after another. It's just unbelievable. But if you didn't know, Saturday, November 8th in Keensburg, New Jersey. Okay, that's kind of like in my backyard. Team 3D, Bully Ray and Devon Dudley, the Dudley Boys. They come to JCW, and you definitely need to check this out. Go to JerseyChampionshipWrestling.com or visit them on Facebook. But you definitely need to check out this show. Okay, another great show coming up. This is actually one of the more recent shows. Friday, September 26th, the Passaic Boys and Girls Club. This is probably going to be a fundraiser of some sort. But former ECW superstars, the Headhunters. These guys are beasts. And not only beasts, but they hurt people. But they're taking on the Sons of Kamala. Yeah, you know how much weight's going to be in that ring? I just hope that Ricky's got some extra suspension cables to hold that ring together, because I could so see a superplex off the top rope with two of these behemoths. But that's Friday, September 26th. The Passaic Boys and Girls Club, Hudson Street, Passaic, New Jersey. Also, Saturday, September. Oh, God, I'm ahead of myself. Saturday, October 18th. This was an announced show a while ago, but just to bring you back on it, the Brick Elks Lodge. You're going to see Mick Foley. Yeah, the Mick Foley. I mean, which version are you going to see? Mick Foley, Cactus Jack, Dude Love. I mean, you don't know what version you're going to see of him, so. But he will be there. So, Saturday, October 18th in Brick. Okay. Also, Friday, October 24th at the Elks Lodge in Union, New Jersey. The man formerly known as Brodus Clay, Monstrous BC, will be live and in attendance for JCW. And like we said, November 14th marks the J Cup in Manville, New Jersey. So Manville, welcome back to Manville. But the J Cup, I mean, this is a collection of absolute superstars to the likes of guys like CM Punk, who was a member of the J Cup back in the day with JCW. But you're going to see Bandito Jr., the Zebra Kid, Joey Janela, Jigsaw, Lucky 13, Chris Dickinson, Aaron Epic, Chris Sabin, the Grim Reaper, Mr. 450, Rich Swan, very talented wrestler. The man formerly known as Kurt Hawkins, the Prince of Queens, Brian Myers, Lance Anui, Pinky Sanchez, Swerve Strickland, Frightmare, and former ECW legend Sabu. Yes, Sabu looks to tear up the competition in the J Cup, and he might actually use the J Cup as a weapon, so I'd be careful. But again, this is going to be an unbelievable season for Jersey Championship Wrestling, and independent wrestling in general. I mean, September 20th is also a huge, and when I say huge, I mean huge card coming up for Warriors of Wrestling out of Staten Island, New York. And this is the same day as Legends of the Ring. So they're going to be traveling from Monroe, New Jersey to Staten Island, and you will see the likes of WWE Hall of Famer Hacksaw Jim Duggan, the man formerly known as Jinder Mahal from the three-man band, TNA superstar Ethan Carter III, TNA Knockout Brittany, and of course, one of my favorites, Warriors of Wrestling's own Chris the Show Stealer. We got to get him on the show. And the WOW Heavyweight Champions, Team Torment. The champions, both of them champions, Team Torment. I always confuse myself when I say it, but I mean, huge show. I mean, an absolute huge show. And speaking about Legends of